Nothing can steal my joy. Can you honestly say that? I know that when I'm out and about in my community, at my kids' games, at different events, people will say to me, you seem like you're always happy. You're always smiling. Why? I've even had people ask my husband and my kids, is she really always that happy? And the true answer is, down in my heart, yes. And so don't worry, I used to let joy disappear from me. I used to let the days steal my joy, but not anymore, because my joy is not based on circumstances or exactly what's happening in my life at that exact moment. And today I'm gonna share with you how I found that inner peace and inner joy. I know that life can be tough. There are things being thrown at us all the time. So I'm excited to share with you guys today how I keep the joy in my life. Now, some of you might have grown up in homes where you went to church and you might have been a child and you heard that song, I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. I've got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart to stay. All right, I know I'm not a great singer, but you get the idea, right? You've got that joy in your heart. It's down in your heart. So are you gonna let it show or not? So today I'm excited to show you how I've decided in my life to show up joyful and happy even when that day may not be joyful and happy. And I'm not talking about that fake junk, because nobody wants somebody who's fake. We've all got to be real. My name is Blair Critch, and I help success-driven moms keep their overachiever status while reducing stress but increasing energy without sacrificing that time with your precious family. And today, I cannot think of anything more exciting during this time of year than talking about joy. There are so many things that try to suck joy away from you, right? Let's just be honest about it. And I took some notes, so you're gonna see me glancing down a little bit today, because there are so many great points about this. I get asked about it all the time, and I don't wanna miss anything. So I know that when my kids were younger, they missed their nap. They were grumpy. The whole day changed. They weren't enjoyable to be around anymore. They threw a fit over everything. They couldn't get through anything without freaking out. And you guys might know some adults like this, or it might even be you, right? Just be honest with yourself. I mean, I know sometimes that kind of sounds like me. So I simply changed a few things in my life, and it really began with a piece of paper and a pencil. So I encourage you today to listen to how I decided that I was going to show up joyful every single day, and all it took was a piece of paper and a pencil. All right? So reality is, we can all be grumpy cats like those kids I was just talking about that didn't get their naps, right? We've all had days where maybe our boss is horrible to us, maybe nothing is going right, maybe we were late to everything, or somebody hit us on the road, maybe your husband's being a complete jerk. Maybe your kids were horrible to you this morning and nobody appreciates all the amazing things that you do. Or maybe you have cancer. Maybe you have some kind of other illness. Maybe your parents are going through that right now. There are so many things throughout the day that can suck our joys. Big things and small things, if we're being honest, right? Like stubbing your toe can sometimes in that moment steal your joy just as much as finding out that your best friend has cancer. And so, if we're being honest about it, joy is not found in our circumstance. I'm going to say that again. Joy is not found in our circumstances. I know you're probably a little annoyed at me right now. You probably might even want to turn me off, but don't, because here's why. Okay? I've been there. So people who might see me happy and joyful all the time, what they may not know, or they might, is that I have been through lots of trials in my life. We filed for bankruptcy as a family. We lost 10 homes that we had put money down on. We were down to nothing in our bank account. There were times that I literally had to put things back out of my grocery cart because I only had enough cash during that time to pay for certain things, and my kids were putting things in at 2 and 4 years old, not understanding. I had to go put them back. It was so embarrassing. Finding out that my husband had an addiction to pain pills, realizing that he was an alcoholic. Those are hard things, not knowing where my marriage was during those moments. I've been through a lot of those things, having to deal with sicknesses and illness within our families. I mean, I know the feeling of anger and sadness and annoyance and being scared and not knowing what's coming next. And were those times hard? Yes. And you might not believe me, but I did not let those moments steal my joy. My joy is internal and my joy is eternal. And I'm excited to share this with you today. So in the Bible it says, these things I have spoken to you, that my joy may remain in you and that your joy may be full. That's in John 15:11. Oswald Chambers, which is one of my favorite devotion books of all time, in his book, My Utmost to His Highest, says, what was the joy that Jesus had? Joy should not be confused with happiness. Joy should not be confused with happiness. In fact, it's an insult to Jesus Christ to use the word happiness in connection with him. The joy of Jesus was his absolute self-surrender and self-sacrifice to his Father, the joy of doing that which the Father had sent him to do. Who, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross. I delight to your will, O my God. Jesus prayed that our joy might continue fulfilling itself until it becomes the same joy as his. Joy in obedience. Joy in who he truly is. It might seem hard, and yes, I'm not going to pretend like it's not hard sometimes. It absolutely is. And sometimes, I can think of an exact week every single month. Some of you ladies might be able to relate that I just don't feel like being joyful or during certain moments. But what can you do to keep that joy during those hard moments? Or in even the day-to-day moments in life when you're feeling frustrated, annoyed, mad, angry, sad, alone. What can you do to keep that joy in your life? Well, that's when you need to grab a piece of paper and a pencil, or maybe even a journal, and do exactly what I'm about to share with you. And now let me just give you a quick tip. I personally love a journal. And that's because I like to look back and see what I wrote. I like to look back and check out what I said. But if you don't have that, start right now with a piece of paper and a pencil. That's all you need, okay? Or maybe even use your laptop or your iPad or your phone under notes. Use whatever you have around you. And I want you to see the strength that you can have by choosing to be joyful in every single situation. Here's why. Daily in the morning, I want you to write down 2 things that you're grateful and happy for in your life, okay? That might seem really hard for some of you right now. Think of 2 things that you're happy and grateful for. You have a lot going on. Maybe you want to do 2 in the morning and then 2 at night to try to keep your mind right. I know that during some of the harder times in my life, I was writing 5 or 6 in the morning just to get myself going. Maybe you're feeling stressed, anxious, annoyed, alone. Right now, pull out that journal and write down some things that you're grateful for. What are you happy and grateful for? I can tell you this, when I was going through those hard times that I shared with you guys earlier, and I was really struggling, a lot of my things were the same every single day because I didn't own the house that I was in anymore. I wasn't sure when we were going to have to leave that house and be kicked out. I wasn't sure where my marriage was going. I really did not like my husband at that time. I really wasn't sure what was going to happen. And so my grateful and happy journal looked a lot similar every single day. Each day was kind of the same thing until I got myself into a different place. It said things like, I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful that my kids are healthy. I'm grateful and happy that I have food today to feed myself and my children. I'm grateful and happy that I'm working on my marriage. I'm grateful and happy that I'm looking for a job. I am grateful I know God and have a personal relationship with him. I'm grateful for my personal health. And those were the kind of things that I wrote down probably every single day during those harder times, during those pit of despair times. And the reason for that was because I needed to find those things that I was truly thankful for. Not a fake thankfulness, not a I should be thankful for this. It was what I was truly grateful for at that moment. And so a lot of it was the same every single day because my circumstances weren't changing quickly. It was going to take time. And what will you write today? How will that look for you? How will your outlook on life change if you could just simply find the things that you're grateful for? Want more ideas on how to be successful and how to change your outlook to be successful, positive, see great changes in your life and in your business? Then please join us in a great group, a closed group that I've created on Facebook that's free to you called Blessed Mama Bosses. It's a great way where you can connect with other women who are trying to be inspired, motivated, get life hacks, mom hacks, be honest, be open. It's a great community. Reach out to me. We would love for you to be a part of it. Or you can go to blessedmamabosses.com and it will direct you to that group. Or feel free to reach out to me directly on Facebook, Blair Critch, or by email, blaircritch@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. And now that you know how you're going to start your day with gratitude and end your day with it too, how about getting that family of yours on board? What do you think about that? How could that change your marriage, your children, your home? I can tell you we do a grateful journal Monday through Friday in our home before school. The kids write down one thing that they're happy and grateful for. And I have to tell you, a lot of times it just blesses me to go back and look at the things they're happy and grateful for. Do they like it? Of course not. Do they complain most mornings? Of course they do. But the things that they write down are priceless, and it helps get their mind right before they go to school. And I'm not gonna lie, it helps get my mind right and my husband's as well on the things that are truly important and that we're grateful for. So I would love to hear from you and how it's going in your grateful journal. Please comment below. It means so much to me when I hear if this is helping others. Please share this with others if you find it helpful and you want to give people the true joy this holiday season or this time in their life. Let them know how to find that joy. Share in the comments below what you're grateful for and help us all find joy together. And I hope to connect with you at blessedmamabosses.com and join our group.